I think we should shovel the rubber. This is what we're trying to uncover, but it's hard to because the rubber keeps falling. Have you ever watched a show like Gold Rush and seen like, oh, where they discover some golden nuggets and things? It just never ends. You can actually see. Check this out. We are here at the Double Deck Shooting Range, 21 gun salute range, the largest double deck shooting range in the world. And we're actually at the trap here, and I'm bringing you back here because we've combed the rubber a lot, and there are probably 20,000 to 30,000 pounds of lead back here, but I wanted to take you a little bit behind the scene and show you what's actually happening back here. We aren't gonna shovel. Well, maybe I'll find the shovel and shovel through it to give you an idea, but more importantly, Kimber loves the range too, so you might hear a dog bark in the background too. But really, there is so much lead, so much debris back here in general. You could see all the fine particles that are coming through here. You could see the shotgun wads. You could see the jackets. You can see the little paper pieces too from the range targets itself as well. But think about this. You could see the divots of all the spots where the lanes shoot into the rubber and then lower the rubber because it's settling. There are so many things to see here. Kimber, stay out. And I think this is just the interesting part of the range. You can see lead chunks up there, like actually lead pieces. Maybe a few have hit each other, maybe some haven't. You can actually see some of the, maybe some of the rubber flying and things have like actually taken apart the paint off the wall so it wears down over time. But I really have to show you this because we've repaired this multiple times. And let me tell you, this is what, you know, you gotta stay on top of, but this just keeps happening. You get like a hot spot in the rubber and where people shoot, you can actually see it's chipping away at the edge. So check this out. The rubber and the lead and everything else is flying, chipping the paint away, and then actually scrap is flying around and actually breaking down the wall. So that's what we fix. Since we've opened, we've actually added all that rubber on that wall too, because we didn't used to have that. And then you could see the splash that hits the steel plate up there on the rubber, so you could see all that. There's just so many different things we've learned here running the world's largest double deck shooting range and making it so much more fun and exciting to run and see and talk to the customer about it, because who doesn't like to try and shoot on the second floor? We have pistols only upstairs, and then downstairs it's rifle and pistols. But it's been really a good time. If you're on lane 11 and then you go to 21, you can actually see the difference in your shooting because we've seen it live. Like that idea of, you know, you shoot on the ground level, then up in the air. There's clearly a difference in shooting. Some have shot better upstairs, some have shot worse upstairs, some have worse, you know, maybe the other way around. I don't know what it really is and why it happens, but it's unique to have that concept. And if you haven't been to Top Golf, I think this is your version of Top Golf if you know what that concept is. So double deck shooting range, just like a triple deck golfing range, you know, it has those same vibes. A lot of fun. You got to check it out. Pistol only upstairs, pistol, rifle, shotgun downstairs. And what you're looking at here is 100,000 pounds of rubber that where the bullets land are actually here. But more importantly too, this is 3 feet thick. And no bullets are leaving this room. You know, that's not going to happen. You could see the amount of rubber here, the amount of bullets we have here. I mean, if we have probably a few million rounds, or let's say 1 million rounds downrange every month, collecting all this lead and lead particles, because they break down into some pieces too at times. So they're not full bullets. But that is a lot of bullets, a lot of shooting, a lot of everything happens here, and we clean it twice a year. So I'm definitely gonna have more videos on the cleaning process, but you gotta check out behind here. And I think we should shovel the rubber. So I think I have a shovel over here. We're gonna get it because I want you to see a little bit of what's underneath the rubber, what's there. Yeah, always. The famous shovel. Kimber, stay over here. See, the dog is even as excited. Hey. Kimber. you can actually see. Check this out. Check this out. This is what's fun. So that's what I'm talking about. You have full bullets, you have lead pieces, you have copper jackets, you have shotgun wads, you have a little bit of everything. Even look at this. This is like where 2 bullets have hit. And maybe I lost it. Okay. Well, anyway, you could see quite a bit of different things happening here. You can see the finer pieces of rubber that we'll extract when we clean. Everything from a full bullet right there to the particles. Just a range of everything happening here. So if we grab more, we'll just keep the dog away. She just gets so excited for these videos. She just wants to play. So really how the rubber comes, and then what happens over time, and then some of the particles that are all in there. So this gives you a wide range of everything. Oh, look at that. I would assume this is an AR round. Check that out. Full round right there. I mean, yeah, it hits something, but check that out. Usually we see 9mm in here more than anything, so it's good to see a rifle round. But you can see that, or you can see how a jacket, you could see maybe how a bullet comes together. Lots of different things here that you could see. But again, I think the important part is the rubber, brand new, to the rubber that's been broken up with all the bullets and everything, and then all the pieces and things throughout the rubber. That's the fun stuff to see. These are the range fines that are really just no good for a range. That's why you got to get it clean. Like, look how much dirt and dust in there. Oh, look at that, even a red bullet. Somebody shot a red bullet out there. Really neat to see everything that comes out of here. That's why it's always fun to clean the range twice a year and filter and screen and just see all the stuff that comes out. All different color bullets, different chunks of lead, jackets, dust, lead particles, you name it, small rubber particles, all that comes out. And then we're about to do that in less than a month. That's why after that, we'll repaint our red line, we'll repaint our gray floor, we'll repaint all the black and make it look brand new right after we're done. So it's like we have a brand new range again. Brand new cleaned rubber, brand new paint on the ground, everything's working well, and you are shooting on the world's largest double-deck shooting range. And you know what? Just to end this video, I'm gonna just keep shoveling. So if you wanna stay on for the next 10 minutes, I'm just gonna shovel as much as I possibly can. Until Kimber really gets angry, because it just never ends. And part of range maintenance might be just throwing some of the rubber up into those holes. Because you could see the divot in there is where the rubber has gotten low, and it could use some. Kimber, go. Go. Hey, go. So, you want to fill a couple of those pots. Hey, good thing you're getting a bath today, girl. It's your birthday. So, you can see there's so much rubber here, 100,000 pounds, and we could just keep digging into this. The range has a red line here because we don't want the rubber to pass that red line, and that's about all you need to know. So, stay tuned, I'm going to keep shoveling. One. Oh. Yeah, we could be.
What you see, that's the lead right there.
This is what we're trying to uncover, but it's hard to because the rubber keeps falling. Look at this. This is like, have you ever watched a show like Gold Rush and seen where they discover some golden nuggets and things, or they're sifting through the stuff? This is exactly what the range is like. Once you see all the metal, all this stuff is what's recyclable. You got pieces, full bullets. All this stuff is how we make a little bit more money as a range to pay for filters, basically. So we have a lot of filters here. We have 3 banks of 32 filters. So essentially 96 filters clean the air from the range to make sure when the air leaves the range, it's cleaner than when it came in. So that's what we have here. That's a lot of shoveling. I can't handle 100,000 pounds of rubber, let alone another 20, 30,000 pounds of lead. So I'm gonna stop shoveling and we'll do more videos about the 21 gun salute range.